Let's take it slow. Never been, never fold, I give and go.
Hey y'all, this is Tyler Kimani. I'm here with Nubiiian G.
What's good?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm good, Tyler. So glad for this opportunity. I talked to you years ago, so it's like I wanted to be on your show a long time ago, so I'm grateful.
Oh, thank you. That touches me because sometimes I be like, dang, I'm still doing this, but
Yeah,
this
you
is right.
grinding though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But you reside in Carson, right?
Yeah, I'm from Carson. I'm from the
That's
section of
crazy.
Delamo.
What part? My grandma, my mom and my grandma. My mom is from Carson. My grandma is in Carson.
Oh, dope. I'm from Delamo, so like Wilmington, Central, that
Okay.
section.
I mean, what
So,
side of the DA is what I'm saying.
East side.
Okay.
East
I got you. Okay, for sure. That's what I meant to say. What side you from?
For sure.
But that's amazing. So, I definitely thought that you just sang, but you got bars.
Yeah, girl, I'm trying to. Trying to do a little bit of both.
You doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so can you tell me a little bit about your musical background and everything? Tell us a little about Nubiiian G.
So as far as like my music background, I started when I was 21, but I got into a car accident when I was 21. So I didn't officially start till like the age of 22.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would say maybe 3 years after that or so, I was still like second guessing myself whether or not this is really for me. But my official start was when I was 22. And how I started rapping was because there wasn't niggas that really wanted to get on my shit. So I'm like, okay, well, I got to do this for myself. So I really took the time out to study bars, transitions, rhyme schemes to do it for myself. So I just wanted to have multiple things up my sleeve, instead of like just singing. Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to rap. I'm trying to engineer myself as well too. So yeah, I'm still kind of new to this. It's like 7 or 8 years in.
But you're evolving with time, so that's dope.
Hell yeah.
You said that you had a hard time having guys come onto your songs. Can you touch on that, being a woman in the industry, having to, try to reinvent yourself or having to learn new things in order to progress like the dudes? Can you touch on that experience and, how that has affected you as an artist or, as a lady?
You slightly broke up. You said speak on
how, having to learn new things in order to compete with the guys, but in order to, be taken serious as the guys.
That's still one of the hardest things for me because a lot of niggas don't take females seriously in this craft. And it's a shame because we've been here, even with the Lil Kims and Lauryn Hills, we've been here as creatives. So I feel like it just better equip me to be well-rounded because in this type of industry, even though I'm not really in the industry as of yet, I feel like you got to know a little bit of everything to just persevere. You got to have, I want to say the word is many facets. You can't be one dimensional in this shit. So that's really the biggest thing. As far as like men collabing with me and being a female, that has been very tough because I need my respect off top. And that's kind of like the trickiest thing that I feel like has stalled my career at times. But it's all right because I feel like I'm making progress. I'm here with you. So it's like I'm making progress. So
yes.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the industry right now? I feel like there's been an influx of female rappers. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
I hear you.
There's been an influx of, female rappers breaking out in the industry. How do you feel about that?
I feel good. I feel good about that. I feel like when it comes to females, it's so many different flavors that is in the industry. So I feel like women, we can relate to so many different types of flavors, so many different types of women and energy, rhymes, bars, songs. I just feel like the state of hip hop for women right now, again, we ain't never left. We've been here. We've been doing this shit. So I feel like the space is perfect. It's so many different creatives that's coming through and it just inspires me, So I think we're in a great space as far as women dominating.
Yes, I'm loving it, honestly.
Hell yeah.
We're getting a lot of anthems, for sure. So I want to touch on the 3 I's in your name. I just like to ask artists the meaning behind their names, everything. So can you kind of explain that for us as well?
So Nubiian G comes from, so first Nubian is me having pride in my African American heritage. So we call each other as Nubians or even empresses, but in my case, Nubian. So the three eyes comes from an African queen by the name of Queen Ty. And the words associated with her was beauty, will, and intellect. So that's what the three eyes mean in my name, beauty, will, and intellect. And then the G is really me realizing the God in me, because I feel like I forgot that going through hardships and shit. So that's the overall meaning behind Nubiian G. You know, me having pride in my blackness, realizing the God in me. And again, I was inspired by an African queen by the name of Queen Ty. So beauty, will, intellect. That's what that stands for.
I like that.
Girl, thank you. That's what that stands for.
It's powerful. I love it. I love it.
Sure.
So what are your plans for this year? I know you dropped a project last year. Do we have anything in the work this year? What can we expect from you?
So actually last year I dropped Hiatus. And like I said, I went on a hiatus because my brother and my father died. So it was just so hard to push through that. So I had to fall back. But I ended up releasing Hiatus last year into this year. And then I have Blunted in rotation right now. And then I have like 2 or 3 projects that I'm building. But what I really want to get out is the visuals that I've been planning, you know? That's really the biggest thing for me, and really staying consistent. Like, you know, I work alongside Bobby O.
Yeah.
So he's really trying to groom me to stay consistent and disciplined and really just try to dominate, come back from all them hardships, you know? So yeah, I got 2 projects out right now, Hiatus and Blunted in rotation, and like 3 more that's coming.
Okay.
So we working.
I love to see. I can't wait to see what else you do this year.
Yeah.
You touched on your father and your brother passing, so
yeah,
condolences.
Thank you.
Death is always something that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
How do you take those hardships and take, you know, those life-changing events and put them into your music and use them as, you know, motivation to keep going?
Well, it's definitely motivation, period. I've put some of those experiences in my music, but it's honestly still hard to find the words, because just what I experienced and endured, it's like, sometimes I don't want to revisit those places, but it's necessary to move me forward.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like in some of my music, it has some of my hardships, because then people can relate to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I think my music now is a little less vulnerable. It's talking about a lifestyle that I want to live, you know, because if I speak it, I can manifest it. You feel me? So just those hardships for me, it taught me about myself and how I gotta will myself through shit. Like if I'm exhausted, there's something else that's gonna kick in to keep me pushing forward. And I want other people to know that too.
Yeah. That's ooh. Great. You are so well spoken. I love it.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have a segment called the Question Bowl.
For sure.
You were in the studio. I'm moving to a studio next month, but soon come. You will be able to pick your own question, but I get to do it for you.
Okay, let's go.
Let's see. Would you like to smoke with Snoop Dogg or George Clinton from the Parliament?
George Clinton looked like that nigga on something else. So I'm probably gonna say Snoop Dogg I want to smoke with.
George Clinton definitely gonna have you seeing things, okay?
Facts. That nigga on something else than weed.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I'll do one more because that one's a little short and sweet. What is one of your sexual fantasies?
Oh, wow. What is one of my sexual fantasies? Sheesh. If I just had to throw one out there, damn, that's a great question. Probably, why you looking at me like that? Shit, if I just had to throw out something, like probably to get, let me watch my words. Damn. I don't know. I would say like have sex on a yacht, maybe. You know, the nigga put some food on me or some shit. I don't know. Probably a yacht.
I like the vibes. That sounds very luxurious.
You feel me? It's something different. That threw me off like a motherfucker.
My bad. But you got a good one. I like that. I'm gonna have to do that one. But can you let the people know where they can find you on your social medias, where they can find your music and everything else?
So as far as my music, you can find my music on all platforms: Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes. Also, you can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram, Nubiiian G with 3 I's, fairly simple. And that's where you can find, also YouTube. You can find me on YouTube too. Yeah. I'm trying to build my whole profile and everything.
Yeah, so y'all check her out. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Queen, so much.
Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah, no problem, girl. I love it. I'm Tyler Kimani. This is Nubiiian G, and we are out of here.
He loses mind every time, but you just ain't good for me. I need my space, separate ways. This ain't fair.